Morning world, it's about 7:30 in the morning on the 15th of December 2015 and I've got in front of me a horoscope for Bernie Sanders. A few of you have sent me, well, quite a few of you have sent me a number of different birth times, but 3 or 4 of you have sent me the same birth time with enough authentication that I believe it to be true. So I'm going with Bernie Sanders, born on the 8th of September 1941 in Brooklyn Heights, New York at 12:27 p.m, 27 minutes past midday, making him a Virgo with Scorpio rising and the moon in Aries. The only thing that I'm going to comment on with regard to his birth chart, or the only few things I'm going to comment on, Sun squared Jupiter in his chart, being aspected by Jupiter at the moment. That's interesting because that does make him quite an optimist. It doesn't in itself make him a left-wing socialist, but it does mean that he's certainly open to a more social way of seeing the world rather than a more profitable or capitalist perspective. Saturn and Uranus together on the descendant in Taurus, suggesting that there is a care for the common man. However, there's also a strong, very strong opposition in his horoscope between Venus and Mars, which suggests that he's probably got 1 or 2 skeletons in the closet around fidelity issues. It is not so much the analysis of his chart that concerns me, it is more the transits to his chart at this time and over the coming year. There's pros and there's cons. The positives are all to do with Pluto. In 2016, Pluto is trining his Sun. You don't get better than this really in terms of being able to muster confidence, self-assuredness, self-belief, the determination, stamina and resolve to be able to persevere in what he sees as a righteous course. And I'm absolutely convinced that this is a guy who's not going to give up and walk away from the fight. He will push and push and push, and with the Sun in the 10th house of career, there's every opportunity for success. Add to this the fact that not only is Pluto trining his Sun, but at the moment, and through to May, June of next year, Jupiter is sitting still on top of his Sun. So there's certainly a high profile, public image, status, prominence, visibility, and he's looking very good in terms of being able to project and promote himself, market and advertise himself into and onto the outside world. And with Pluto trining his Sun and Jupiter on his Sun, and his Sun in the 10th house, with Scorpio rising, it would seem on the surface that everything is going for him and there's every opportunity for him to progress and to make a serious step at becoming the Democratic nominee. However, he was born with Venus at 22 Libra and Mars at 23 Aries. Venus opposite Mars is one of the more interesting aspects when it comes to sexual relationships. With Venus in its own sign of Libra and Mars in its own sign of Aries, I am pretty sure there's going to be 1 or 2 episodes in his past that are going to be somewhat, shall we say, less than discerning. And this year, in sort of May 2015 to April 2016, Uranus in the sky is on top of his moon, which is really beginning to boost up words like his independence and words like freedom, liberty, stimulus, novelty, the need for adventure. But from April, May of next year, 2016, for a year, Uranus is going to pass on top of his Mars and opposite his Venus. So there's a more than reasonable chance that either past escapades from his past or his current relationship situation is going to come much more under the spotlight, and if there are any skeletons in the closet, then I would expect that next year there's going to be a bit of muckraking, and anyone who's got dirt on him is likely to bring it out in an effort to stop him. I think he's going to make a serious challenge. It may be that dependent on his past, he might get stopped by past infidelities. But that's the only way that people are going to stop him. There is a danger, a risk, I suppose, not a danger, that once Jupiter has finished with him, that his candle will burn out early by sort of August, September time. But yeah, he seems a really nice guy, somewhat left of centre. but then that's what he's campaigning on. I can't say yet as to whether he would succeed in any attempt to become the president. He might actually succeed in becoming Hillary Clinton's running mate. Now there's an idea. But whether they would see eye to eye or not, I don't see why not, because I think they've both got strong elements of Scorpio and strong Plutonic links. Nice guy. Interested to know about his past. There you go, folks. Bernie Sanders horoscope. Catch you later. Bye.